that. For some reason, there was a OBS update, and my audio wasn't working at all. But it appears to be working now. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but c'est la vie, I guess? Comme c'est comme ça? There's not much else I can be doing about it now. It's done, but... oh well. We'll just keep going. So, just to recap what we did do, we finally finished getting all our pneumatic stuff up, and we started going... bless me. We started going deeper into this tech tree to see what was available to us. And it looks like we got a few things done. We found some amethyst shards that were in some of those glass structures with mobs in them. We found an AE meteorite, and now we are trying to build a nautical eye, which is going to require some blaze powder. So we are trying to do that right now. But I'm also trying to be a coward about it and see if I can do it without having to fight blazes. Because I am a coward. Okay, we need to break that spawner up there. Aye! Aye! Oh, we're fools. Okay, so let's come up here. We're gonna do this like men. There we go. Okay. This ain't gonna go well. But I can break the barrels at least. Ouch. 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 Okay. Okay, there's one. Okay, there's two. We don't need this ancient debris really, because... oh. That was so eccentric, I did not need to do that dangerously, but we did! And now we have... no blaze powder. Okay, let's go find a strafer structure. These on the ground I remember having blazes, and they also have a large platform. So maybe that will be easier to do. Ow! What? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Say it ain't so. Why am I taking fire damage? But now I also have lost my, what? How do I get back to my obsidian boat? I did that to live, but I didn't think through the rest of it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Dear Lord, this has been a messy, messy day. This is what I get for taking a few days off. No, I'm lost and confused. Okay. Let's keep these on our hopper, actually. There's no way I'm landing on the obsidian. So let's just go to the top of this structure. There we go. Well, that's true. We can let our trinket wearer down, and then we can keep going. That's not a bad idea, actually. And I don't think I dealt with this because this looked hard and messy. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. You're all mad at me. They have no way to get to me. We're gonna block off our head just in case. Then we're gonna try and figure this out. Okay. There they are. Where's the chest? Come on, buddy. Come on. There we go. Where did I see the chest? There it is. Alright. Fantastic. Oh, yes, fantastic. I made mistakes. I've made mistakes. I made mistakes. Thank goodness. I'm a wizard. Oh, goodness gracious. That is the only issue I feel like, is that I feel like stacks don't go into your inventory if you're holding those things. They go back into the backpack, which I think is a little silly. I think that is the only downside to the magnet upgrade. Okay, so that's our next goal. Is this one right here. I realize I've resorted to loot goblining when I have tech progressions that I can do. I just got excited for shiny things. I think it was this many over. Doesn't appear so. So we'll dig around this actually. Do this. Is there a button to open it? Or do I have to pull it out every time? Aghast. Oh, maybe it was over... Good choice, good choice, good choice. I'm an idiot. I'm just an idiot. A dumb baby man. What the heck? Ooh, topaz. Ooh, Bane ring. Alright. That's where we're headed. Dear Lord, I'm stupid. Holy moly, that was dumb. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Let's do that. How do we want to do this? How would you like to do this? There we go. Ah! Hello. Hi. Why do I keep doing that? What am I clicking on that's opening my armor? Let's get down to solid ground. Am I shift clicking? What is that? I'm doing something that's causing that, but that's okay. Alright, let's become accurate. Let's figure out where this chest is. There it is. Okay. Yes, yes. Hello. Aha. So it is shift right clicking. Ah. Okay. Fantastic. Ah, you can still hit me. Okay. But they won't... They don't... Oh! I was about to say they don't over-aggro. I was incorrect. I was a fool for saying so. A damn fool, if you will. But we can fix this with technology. Anything else we want? I'll take the banner pattern, why not? And then we can go for this chest over here. Take the gapple, we'll take the string, and I think that'll be plenty. Fantastic. Alright, now what? I guess we can take the gold umbrella. Bit of an odd aesthetic choice, but you know, who am I to judge? How fast is this mine? Like, decently fast. The issue is that, like, that animation of and responding to it. Okay, so where did we leave our obsidian boat? Our boots should be regenerated now. We should be able to do this, and then drive back here. We have 20 seconds to get off. Now. Okay. Fantastic. And we'll put everything away. Goodness gracious. What does this do? It may not have anything yet. Netherite quality prismarine. Yeah, it doesn't... Prismarine sharpshooter loop. What? Quality? Alright, quality, max health, attack damage, and then the prismarine seems to do nothing. Okay, our boots should be done. Alright, now where do we want to go? I guess we'll go to the left here. So I don't think we haven't gotten what we came here for. I've just been acting a fool. Been doing baseless shenanigans. There you go again. Where are we headed? We're headed this way? Okay. Alright. Maybe the boots come off. What? 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 Why am I still taking fire damage? There we go. Goodness gracious. I've never been to this island, but it's gotta have hostile mob spawners, so... Let's go through these. Oh, there's a blaze rod. Fantastic. What are you? Dware guy. I fought plenty of y'all. Y'all aren't very strong. Okay, maybe I just abandon the obsidian boat for now, and we'll come back to it at a later date. Because it is very much not working, and the wands are serving their purpose. We can make more wands, right? Void Shift? Eclipse Gate? Very cool. Okay, let's see if there are any more barrels. I feel like I'm missing some, because I only got a few. Oh. There they are. What are you? Trial spawner. Yo. Hi, how are you? What's up? Hey, gamers. That's my shovel. I just need over there. You dig? Right now. There we go. And now we leave. Because that's everything, right? Yeah, it's gotta be. You made it. Hi, Micah. Oh, what? Holy shit, I made it. I'm here. This is unprecedented. We leave. Goodbye. Oh, that's so funny. Holy shit. Hi, welcome. Hi, you made it to one. Hello. This is unprecedented. It is genuinely, I think, the first one you've made it to in a year, I think. Not like in a negative way, but just genuinely. It's just, I know you've been trying to. This isn't the first time, but it is the first time in a reasonably long time. Hey. But you're here now, and that's all that matters. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are doing some primo stuff right now. This is Oceanblock too, so it's kind of like a Skyblock mod pack, but with ocean. If you can't tell, it's very fun. It's got like a large like tech progression tree with a bunch of like variations of mods that I've seen on a bunch of Skyblock mods. Like, I've never used Oritech before. This one's new to me. It has like these multi-block structures. Like, this is a steam engine and it produces steam and lava, and then this turns that steam and lava and engine into power. Big Land hates this one trick. Dude, Kyogre is pissed. Nope, sorry, Groudon is pissed. Actually, can I do that? Kyogre. Okay, we may have to move away from that. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, this isn't... There it is. Okay. I'm really fast at this, I promise. There we go. Add image. Kyogre. There it is. Boom. Kyogre. He's here. And he's here to stay. He's just so happy that the world is covered in water. He wants to hang out. He wants to spend time with us. That makes sense. Kyogre and Wailord. Wailord is like one of those Pokemon that I feel like I've always loved the idea of, but I've never been in a position to have. I feel like Kyogre is also like one of those ones where I loved those games, but I never played them. I love big water boys. I do too. And there are a lot of like water type Pokemon that I feel like I never use because I almost always am picking like a water type way sooner. Like I feel like I'm always like, ugh, well, I need my water type now for Surf. Or I like my starter is water type. And then I just never get around to actually using it. Makes me a little sad because I love so many big water type boys. You spent an entire Pixelmon season a long time ago just hunting for a Wailord. That's fair. That is fair. I do think that also feels very on brand for you. Oh wait, were you pretending to be, oh, who's his name? Were you pretending to be gosh, no, this a timely cultural reference is coming in. You have to be prepared for it. Were you pretending to be... Were you pretending to be Captain Ishmael? No, Captain Ahab. That's it. Captain Ahab. I haven't read Moby Dick. I didn't read it. It's just in my cultural zeitgeist. I never got around to reading Moby Dick. Just because I know about it, you get it. You get it. Thank you for being understanding. I'm just not gonna read what you say next just to pretend that you understand it. No, it's totally understandable. I should know that one because it genuinely is something I've heard like 100 million times as Captain Ahab. As I'm double checking my notes. Captain Ahab definitely is one that I've heard so many times and should know. It's just, how often are you thinking about Moby Dick? How often are you thinking about Moby Dick? Is it frequent? Do you frequent Moby Dick? I genuinely feel like I think about classical texts so much. Like, it was just yesterday that I was thinking about, like, Shakespeare stuff. I think it's because Carson referenced, What You Egg. And I think we, as people modernly, think it's so funny, but I genuinely remember having a discussion with my friends in high school about, like, no, that's sad. He's killing a child. He's not saying what you egg as in what you you egg-shaped thing. What the heck? You got it wrong and you're making fun of me? This is bullshit. No, but I remember thinking that's so funny that, like, in modern context, what you egg is hilarious. But, like, he's literally saying, I'm going to kill a child now. It does. It really does. It's like saying what you baby and then killing them. Just murking the child. Oh, what was I doing? I was making an Eye of Ender. That's what I was doing. There we are. Powder. Okay. And then now we're making a Nautilus Eye. A Nautical Eye. Fantastic. And then now this begins a long line of things. Gives me a crowbar. There are many ancient structures in these waters. Normally infusing ender pearls with blaze powder gives them the property to locate the home of the enderman. On this planet, the eyes hunger for something more nautical. Craft the nautical eye. This can be used to find the nautical crystal structure. Nautical guide and experience. I've followed the nautical eye deep underwater. It wants me to go further, but there seems to be a smaller structure that has an aquatic catalyst in the middle of it. I'm thinking this has to be used to activate something within the structure. Find or craft an aquatic catalyst, as well as some prismarine to fuel it. Aquatic catalyst. Okay. Does this... Okay, so this is an infinite structure. Perfect. I was concerned. We'll put this back on. We'll leave magnet turned off for now. Thanks for the 32 seaweed. Very nice, very nice. And then now what? Underneath that small structure was a massive crystal. Oh, wait, I should probably go to the structure. I found one earlier, but I didn't actually excavate it. I also don't know what the crowbar is for. Crowbar! Okay. So it wants me to go this way. What the hell? How far out that way are we thinking? Do I need to... I'll refill my helmet for a second and then we'll go. Oh. You do strike me as a water boy though, Micah. Water is definitely a strong feeling that I have. This looks fairly sciencey technology progression based mod pack. It kind of is. It has some magic components and it has a lot of exploration progression, which I really have been enjoying. Like, if you look out there, you'll see all of these, like, structures around, and you can see there's an airdrop coming in. But this is, I think, like, Oh goodness, this is maybe 9 hours into the pack that I've made it. And now we're getting to the stuff that's much more, like, technologically advanced, but I've been exploring, like, dimensions. I've been, like, if I wasn't wearing the suit I'm wearing right now, I wouldn't be able to... Can I land on this? No, it's not real yet. If I wasn't wearing the suit I was wearing, I wouldn't be able to go underneath water enough. But genuinely, that seems to be, like, the way that it is kind of saddled itself up, is it's meant to be... keep working your way forward through all of the progressions. But as doing so allows you to also explore more. So it is kind of like, yes, pomegranate, not yet eaten, what does it taste like? Okay, now I have to eat the pomegranate, power cell, and uranium. Am I gonna die? Oh no. Causes the target to explode. What? Because it's not so... I feel like Skyblock mod packs often get this way, because they're like, the only thing to focus on is the mod, so you really just can focus on progression. But I think that's why I like this one, is because it integrates all these elements of, like, go deeper into the ocean, go to this different dimension, find out these things that you've been looking at the whole time. Like, there's a bunch of structures around. So if I really wanted to, I could spend hours just gathering resources that way, rather than making efficiencies. I kind of like that, but I feel like game progression is, I don't know, kind of necessary evil to make games good. I wish I didn't have to have progression tracking, if you know what I mean. I kind of agree, and I feel like base Minecraft does a good job of that. Like, you can get away with it. Being efficiency pilled will almost always result in that, but there are, like, a couple of games where you're like, I have to progress, because it's just gonna make my life less miserable. I was wondering where my helmet went. I put it away. And I kind of treat Minecraft like that a lot more now lately. Subnautica, exactly. A beautiful, beautiful exploration game where you are forced to make technological advancements so that you can make your... so you can learn how to make an aquarium, essentially. Which is cool. It's genuinely really cool, but I definitely get the desire to have, like, something that is purely, like... I don't know, you don't want to stress about it. You want to just enjoy things. I'll read this as well. Oh goodness. Lasers are a mysterious technology nobody really knows. Let's go to the structure, and then we'll take that with us. What was that? Not. What was that? Structure. Oh, wrong thing. We want this. Aquatic catalyst. Aquatic catalyst. We'll take one with us. Because there are games, and definitely, where, like, I force myself to stop worrying about progression. Because it just kind of sucks the fun out of it for me. There are certain games where, like, the joy of the game is in progressing, of getting farther. Marine biology was something I was interested in going into for a career before I landed on music. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I feel like I've been watching my friend, he finished his degree in, I think, performance. He was a percussion major, I think. And then I watched him finish that degree, and then he's like, actually, I think I'm gonna get into conservation for animals. And now he released his first bat last week. So he went back to school so that he could go do the thing that he wanted to do, which is so amazing to me. Is it here? Oh no, it's even closer. Now is it down? Now it's down. Okay. Ah, that's the structure. Okay. Yeah, but it's like, it very much reminds me of... I feel like that's why music is such a fun venture, generally, is because it can be whatever you want it to be in that regard. It can either be a beautiful, amazing... I didn't bring the thing it asked me to bring. Can I add a waypoint? No waypoints. I would like to add one. I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to not. Where's my wand? Okay, it's right here though. I know where it is. It's just southeast. But it's like one of those things where like even though it is like a technical venture, it has so much merit in having soul as well. What the thing I'm looking for? I'm looking for prismarine shots. 15. Bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. And like that blending of like humanity and progression of like you can't neglect either is so potent to me. I definitely feel it in my heart that that's kind of like one of the things that I feel like I would like to do at some point is I need to feel like I am good at something and that I would like to get better at it. But I also want to feel rustic great. I feel like what I'm doing is making a significant difference. Crowbar? It said beneath it? I followed the nautical eye deep underwater. It wants me to go further, but there seems to be a small structure that has aquatic catalyst in the middle of it. I'm thinking this has to be used to activate something within the structure. Find or craft an aquatic catalyst, as well as use some prismarine to fuel it. That's why I invest so much time into my out-of-country students. That's one way that I can genuinely make a big difference in music. Exactly. It genuinely is so interesting to see, like, the way that this stuff, like, expresses for others. Oh, it needs more. Oh! Yo! Who is you? You have a pet! You have a pet fish! That's crazy. And this will be like kelp and ancient stuff. Exactly. It's genuinely, I think that's like why I love environments that are technically competitive, even if they're like team games, is that it genuinely almost always feels like I am working both on myself and my ability to contribute to others. And I kind of just love that. I think it's fantastic. That's some weird underwater BDSM shit with that rope. Yeah, I don't know. He had a pet, and I fucking knocked his socks off. But those things are always like what keeps me invested in things. I don't think I would have gone as far as I would have in anything that I've done if I felt like I was only doing it for myself. I genuinely feel like I require someone else to be at the other end. I do not really enjoy the idea of doing things purely for myself. I don't see any value in that. I find way more value in doing things together. Or even if I'm doing something by myself, it is much easier for me to get it done if I'm trying to do it for the end goal of being able to help others with it. Or to better understand it so I can communicate it more. So it looks like it needed more shards. Looks like it needed more of these. And how do I get more of those? Atomic reconstructor? Okay. Is there an easy way to get more? It doesn't look like it. I can do prismarine essence, or I can do that. What have I been getting them from? Just general loot tables? Oh, I have a crusher. I can go mine some structures, and then we can crush that into prismarine, but it looks like it needed more prismarine to be ready. It looked like a stack of prismarine or something like that. And then we can get soapy on it. Okay, that is the closest one. We'll take the boat. I've been using the wand just because it's fun, but I really, really enjoy the boat too. Where the hell is my boat? Where the boat at? Where them boaties at? Hello. Bink. And then what structure had a lot of prismarine in it? I can't remember if this is made out of prismarine or warped. We'll go over there anyway and we'll see what we can find. I have a modicum of self-motivation, but I don't really see that as a primary source of energy in my life. I enjoy my alone time, but I never feel satisfied or like it. I feel like it was a good investment of time, just like I've had a little mental reset. Yeah, I feel very similar. I went and hung out with some friends recently, and some of them were new people that I hadn't met before, and I was getting to know this person, and they asked me what's my ambition? And it's very hard to, answer that, because I feel like generally a majority of people do have ambition in some capacity. Very meaningful ambition too, either to succeed at something that they have wanted to do their whole lives, or sometimes even success is merely just getting to relax, getting to find rest, or it's like monetary gain. There's always something that I feel like people are working their way towards. And I feel like for me, I genuinely feel a sense that anything that I ever want to do will never be done. It's a little exhausting, but genuinely, I don't feel ashamed in it. That all of these pursuits, I feel ashamed in you though. Bastard. And then you're gonna summon. Where is he? There he is. There we go. Oh, there's another one. It's because even the hobbies that I take up, they're infinite pursuits at the end of the day, and that infiniteness of it is honestly the appeal of them, because I feel like once I'm done with something, I am almost always just I don't really feel satisfied. I'm always impressed with experiences that can get me to feel satisfied with finishing the experience. The temporariness of it was the joy in it. Everyone always says that the hardest part of a project is starting it, and to an extent I see what they mean, but I don't fully agree. I can start 50 different projects and not finish any of them unless I have a really important reason to. Yeah, exactly. I genuinely, it has nothing to do with the merit of the projects, and more to do with, what can I see this being on the other side? What can I understand this to be more later of? Oh, shit. Ah! You bastard! I hold you in contempt of court! Ah. Because I'm pretty similar. I love starting projects. Do I have... Oh, goodness frames. Do I have an extra wand? I don't. I've made so many at this point, but I'm gonna make another. I'm a fool, a damn fool, but this is the most efficient way to do this. I spent so much of my resources on that, but it's fine. Yeah, because I do agree that starting is the hardest step in the process generally. Because once you start, then you really get a feel for what you need to tackle. The moment that you understand where you're lacking, what you do understand innately, you really start to get into all of it. And it becomes a lot easier to just go, okay, I get it. I need to be more organized, or I need to allocate my resources better, or I need to be better at spending time at this thing. And these things aren't super difficult, but you don't know what you lack until you're in the space. You can make guesses, but those guesses at the end of the day are just guesses. And you have to actually engage with the space to really know what you truly lack. I really, really enjoy Suspicious Sand. Oh, that's cool. It gives you a bunch of stuff. That's really fun, actually. there's like a gym mod in this one with like a bunch of stuff. And it looks like they want you to... Rustic crate. I didn't ever forget what this was for. No. Crowbar? No. What are you used for? I have no idea what you're used for. But I have you now. So, say la vie. Okay. Oh, I was here for Prismarine. Ow. I could kill those things, but instead... Ah! I'm gonna take the blocks. Because I'm a lazy man. It's, starting is the hardest part, but finishing it is the second hardest part. Because I definitely notice that with myself in projects, is that I'm willing to start them generally, and I'll rough out. I wasn't for a long time. I was very much afraid to, like, kill my babies. I'd create ideas in my head that I really enjoyed, and I wouldn't, like, allow myself to do them because I was afraid that I wasn't going to do them justice. But if you ever want to do your projects justice, you have to give yourself the experience to eventually get them right. Yeah, we'll turn on magnet as well so we can start mining. I think the issue is that a lot of my projects are one where each step requires more brain power than the last one. Like the grant application, I just was legitimately 6 months of writing, fine-tuning, revising, meeting with people, revising again, more writing, and each time figuring out how to give more information than less words. Yeah, I agree, but I also feel like you're on the other side of it now. Because even though the next thing that you do will technically be what's hardest for most people, I think it'll actually be the easier part for you, because that is just genuinely your strength. You are genuinely really good at the work that comes next. You had to tackle your weakness, which is, you know, like is like self-confidence, for lack of a better word, or like selling yourself, like that marketability of like, why should you let me do this? That seems to be like a real weakness in you, versus like seeing the value in others is a much easier project for you, and being able to, you can fuck right off, cunt bag. There we go. But now you're over the hump, in my opinion. You've done the hard thing, and now you're down to the part that you really do. My weakness of talking to people. I don't think your weakness is talking to people. I think you're very good at socializing. I think your weakness is talking about yourself, more so. Because I have a very similar weakness. I'm very, very good at talking to others about themselves, and, like, understanding what happens whenever I talk to them about them. But I very much struggle with talking to them about me, and like being like, I'm worth talking to. And like seeing the innate value I have in myself. Lionfish. Ooh, that looks like it'll have value later. But I'm not going to worry about it. Because I got other fish to fry, baby. Because I genuinely think your strength is seeing the value in others. That and a distinct loyalty and stubbornness. Tell me about yourself. No! God, please, no! Yeah, exactly. That conversation style is almost always so exhausting. At least for me. I feel like some people really enjoy talking about themselves. I genuinely have some friends that, like... I guess it's because of, like, the way my family is. Like, my mother never really talks about herself, and my dad never really talks about ourselves. We genuinely end up talking about either other people, not in a negative context, or things. We either end up talking about people or things, and so the conversation is almost always never, how are you? And if it does end up becoming, how are you? It's always fine. It's okay. It's like, how do I end this part of the discussion as quickly as possible? And then when we do start having conversations about ourselves, it's almost always in a pragmatic way. Of like, well, I'm really struggling with this thing, how do I solve it? Instead of like venting or just socializing the things that we struggle with, it's so pragmatic that it genuinely almost loses the strength that it could have of a conversation. Of like, I really struggle with like talking to people about my feelings, and you tell that to your parents and they're like, me too, anyway. Genuinely almost always how the conversation goes. Crusher? I could make a crusher. Because I don't want to skip this part. Underneath that small structure was a massive crystal. There are tons of crates and blocks that were left behind from previous explorers. Did I not dig deep enough? There are tons of crates and blocks that were left behind from previous explorers. These catalysts have channels on each side, which means something should be able to flow through them. That's got to have something to do with this crystal. Using the aquatic catalyst to activate the crystals and used to create aquarine steel ingots. To activate the crystal, place aquatic catalyst a few blocks away from one of the crystal sides. This may be centered on the crystal. You'll then need to pump in prismarine shards into the catalyst with something like a hopper. If done right, this will shoot a laser into the crystal. Note these lasers can kill you. I think I have a hard time understanding how to make myself relatable to other people because I want them to see me in a favorable light, especially if they're a new person, but I don't know if I am as a person as is worth their favorable opinion. That's a great conversation, and one that I think is genuinely really important to have, because I know this fact in my head, but I really struggle with it, and I especially feel like in the industry that you function in, it's an even harder conversation. But genuinely, my feelings are that if you are being genuine to yourself, and you are being as earnest to yourself as you can be, it's okay. It's okay to not be an asshole. It's okay to not be a douchebag. But if you are being as genuine to yourself as you can be, anything that you can do will not be, incredulous. And if somebody finds fault with you, generally that is more so a reflection of their values than it is of your worth. But like I still struggle with that. I still try to adapt myself to others and find ways that I can be helpful to them or useful to them or doing that. But in doing so, I also recognize that they're not doing the same for me. And that's okay, because I'll do it for me. But at the same time, if I heard anybody else anybody that I intimately care about talking about that, I would be genuinely upset that they weren't, asking for more. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to take up the space that we want. We almost feel like we don't deserve to hold it because someone else could hold it better, or whatever. Okay, we'll read this. Lasers are mysterious technology. Nobody really knows exactly how to create them. However, using some prismarine, both dark and light, one is able to create an aquatic catalyst. While this block itself does not possess the ability to channel energy into a laser. Okay. Etching is a mechanic that allows you to remove... Yeah, it's easy to add. Etching is a mechanic that allows you to remove the rusting from rusty objects. This process is simple. By dropping a rusty crate or item into a pool of etching acid, the rust will slowly disappear, and a new shiny object will emerge. You'll probably notice the crates are locked, and you can't open them. This is because the lock is messed up and needs a crowbar to be removed. Etching acid. Let's make some acid, baby. In a mixer? Is that the only way to make the liquid? No, we can do it in a pressurized chamber. Gunpowder, plastic sheet, rotten flesh, and a spider eye. That's crazy. But it's important to do, right? Because that's genuinely how you get the thing that you want to begin with, which is a relationship with them, a functioning and working relationship with them. If you always hold yourself at this arm's length, you're almost always going to have arm's length relationships. And you'll always kind of struggle to... Obviously, this is a hard and fast rule, and it's not true. Some people genuinely will do it to themselves whenever they're first meeting people, and they will naturally overcome those bars that they, put in front of themselves. But other times, if their goal is... From what I can understand, from what I can tell from the way that I've observed other people, generally the way that they prioritize it in their head is they allow other people to prove to them that they want them to be in their lives. Because there's nothing wrong with not giving yourself to others, but there definitely is something wrong with not giving yourself to the people that you care about. And so from what I've seen, a good majority of the people that I've seen is they will wait until you show them that you value them. What? The extreme book. I don't know how to use that. We'll go back to that later. Because if you're not valuing yourself, that's okay, but you should still value yourself. Kind of want to make this acid, and then I'll do the other thing. Gunpowder, plastic sheet. How do you make a plastic sheet? Polymer resin, which is sand and light naphtha bucket? What in the fuck? Slag, gunpowder, netherwort, or plastic. Oh, do I have plastic blocks? No, I think I got some and then I threw them away. Because why would I ever need this? Oh, this is the etching acid that they want me to make. Puffer fish. Poisonous potato and water. Interesting. Alright, my helmet should be fully blarsted to infernity. Anybody else need it? Oh, wait, I need them to recharge with that as well. So what upgrades do I have on you? Item life. I guess I need to make more item life upgrades so that my chest plate and my legs don't break. I have another one. Can I make one more? No, I need more of these. Which is lapis. Let's do like 3. See how that goes. I hope you're excited for nothing. There we go. Perfect. How did I get left with 1? I don't know, I just find socializing to be exhausting these days, and I kind of hate that. Yeah, socializing is meant to be fun. It's not meant to be work. And I think that's kind of what I struggle with as well, is that I've made spending time with people work. I'm constantly like worrying about, am I doing things right? These are the wrong kind. Am I unintentionally being an asshole and I don't understand it? Or am I, like, what am I doing? And I get so caught up in my head in it that I don't even enjoy the thing that I really enjoy, you know? Socializing is meant to kind of take the pressure off. It's meant to just kind of exist around people and them accepting you for who you are, no matter what you do or how you function. And we get very much caught up in this identity of like, I need to be valuable. I need to be useful. I need to contribute. And that's just not true. You can just exist. You can just be, and that in itself is valuable. But you know, that's a very hard lesson that I am trying to work on myself. I've been getting better about it though, I feel like. Not pressurizing myself to be everything that I feel like I have to be, and just allowing myself to be myself. Because it's not about you, it's about me. Not in a selfish way, but more like in that I have to live my life. If I make everything about all of the people around me, then when am I going to make time for me? When I'm by myself. But when I'm by myself, I am not allowing myself to enjoy the you know, the societal rewards of community and of culture, you know? I remove myself almost in a way. I alienate myself. Listen, existing has been one of my hardest struggles for years. We already know this. This is true. This is true. We don't need to intellectualize it further. Hey, same, buddy. Same. It's all a ploy. I'm pretending to be a good person. I'm secretly, deep down, an evil, evil man. Yeah, I used to actually vilify myself a lot for that, of, like, intellectualizing my relationships. Because, like, I always felt like I was manipulative if I understood someone and I, like, went about meeting their needs in a way that felt, like, adherent. Which is stupid and dumb. Being observant and paying attention to people should not be a negative attribute, but I oftentimes would use it to, like, hurt myself in some capacity. You know. Deluge. Let's put those away. We're done with the hoe. Now we can make another life upgrade. Perfect. Is there another upgrade that I need? No, that's the depth one. So that's the one that will... Ink. Perfect. That will regenerate durability using air now. I believe... I'm sorry, I do beat it like a dead horse. It is my favorite thing to talk about. It is my favorite yubject. Oh, your sourdough is so good, Micah. It's so pretty. Pretty sourdough. Oh, wow. My magnet upgrade did not work. I guess I just didn't walk close enough. It has a radius. There we go. And in case you didn't hear me, I'll say it again. I'll say it for everybody in the back. That is a beautiful sourdough. A beautiful, beautiful sourdough. I need to try your... Oh, hold on, give it a second. I need to try your bread at some point. It looks so good. So good. I apologize. The dog has lost its mind. The dog has lost its mind. Oh, I can make my own barrel smasher. Barrel smash! I think part of my problem is socializing is that I am self-aware enough to know that my issues are, and I know that socially they are issues that people, whether consciously or not, kind of view as less desirable issues to have. So I try to keep people close, but just far enough away that they don't realize what mental things I struggle with, so I'm not deemed as less worthy. Yeah, I definitely struggled with that in like high school and stuff. There were some people that overcame those boundaries for me, like I didn't. I didn't overcome them. They overcame them for me. They saw my negative or what I deemed to be negative attributes or less desirable attributes, and they kind of reframed them as positive ones for me. And that was really, really helpful and nice. There were things that I still did that were negative, but they were always under the context of like, everybody does stuff. I do negative stuff, which I like, I internally get as well, right? Like, we can all think of something negative that our friends do, but they're also like human, you know? And that like humanizing ourselves, not comparing ourselves. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparing ourselves to others is almost always the way that we end up finding a way to take away value from someone, be it ourselves or others. And it's never constructive. It never makes us better people. It just almost always makes us, in some capacity, so ostracized from the people that we're trying to find connection in. Instead of focusing on the positives, you know. This is like a really hard conversation that I really struggled with in my own self, is the difference between progress and obsession. Because I will get really obsessed with fixing something, but sometimes those things aren't fixed through hard work and effort. They're fixed through just time and acceptance. And that's kind of sucks. But it's probably true. A majority of the things I struggle with, I will probably, in some capacity, always struggle with. But I will also learn how to deal with them better. I will learn how to manage myself. I will learn how other people manage them. And all these things. Like, these attributes of myself will become... It's about not letting it domineer myself more than it's about not having it. Because you can't remove you from you. And you shouldn't try. Instead, you should work hard to find the way that you can manifest yourself in a positive way. Where did I put my laser gun? Ah, whatever. I don't need it for this. Hadal. Ooh, too deep, too deep, too deep, too deep. It said there was a crystal underneath, but I don't see it. I'll have to look at this up, because I ain't picking up what they putting down. I mean, that's a journey that you've gotten to witness me go through recently, is I want a compilation of you having these really deep and complex thoughts and then randomly shouting stuff like, "Where's my laser gun?" It's the duality. It's the duality, ain't it? Where is my mining gun? Where is it? Ah, mining gadget. Gadget. Is it charging? I even put it on the wrong side. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna step away for a second. I will be right back. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So what are we doing now? We need to figure out how to make this. So we genuinely can't skip it. This is what's next. Aquamarine steel, which is prismarine crystals and iron, and mixing. Underneath that small structure was a massive crystal. I didn't see that small structure massive crystal wombo combo that they're talking about. Not craft. Is that the mod? Is it? Is it the mod? Not tech. Not tech. Craft. Giant crystal? Okay, so there is supposed to be a giant crystal somewhere underneath. I missed the giant crystal. So let's go find a different one and we'll see if we can find a giant crystal. Let's sleep the night away and then we'll go find a giant crystal somewhere to our name. We'll take the boat, I think. Oh, wait, no, wait. I remember where a large one of those was. Where was it? It was... There's one over here. And one over here. And one over here. So was that the closest one? Doesn't look like it. So we'll go... east. Southeast? Southeast. Where is me boat? Where did I put me boat? Me boat. Oh, bottoms. Just like the little boat this time. Been using the big boat a lot. Let's find something good. Okay. This should be the structure. Make sure I have everything. I left my mining laser because I'm a moron idiot, but that's okay. Oh, the music stopped. Okay, it started again. Ugh, don't do that. I have a feeling that it's gonna be in this. Ah, there it is. What? Okay, so it's in the giant things. That's where they are. This is cool. It's like an extraction site. Whoa. And then that's the laser. So let's clear this zone out. Thanks for the compound, the air, the brown polymer. Soul lanterns. More of these. Where's my X? And my X. There it is. Just put all that stuff away. This is cool. This is really, really cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So the thing to do now is to put one of yous guys right There. And to take some of yous guys, right there. And now what? How much prismarine do I need? These small channels on each side, which means surge should be flowing through. We get hash of the crystal. To activate the crystal, place the aquatic catalyst a few blocks away from one of the crystal sides. This must be centered on the crystal. You'll need to pump in prismarine shards into the catalyst with something like a hopper. If done right, this will shoot a laser into the crystal. Okay. Okay. Is that centered? Yes, that is centered. Okay. So that's great to know, actually. We're gonna do the one that's closer, now that I understand it. Can I break this? Not in any way that is meaningful. Okay. Did I already get this? I did. Fantastic. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Don't be greedy. You can either have moron or idiot, but not both. Leave some for the rest of us. Ah, fine. Fine. Greed is the folly of man. Fun fact. So we'll do the closer one. And then we can get sexy on it, if you will. If you must partake. I lied, I have to pee, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I am back. Now we can continue. Oh, goodness. Now we can continue with what we were doing. What were we doing? I think we drifted. This is... We went a little far. It turns out the currents wanted us to come this way. That's so funny. That's so funny. Well, we're back here. This is so pretty, by the way. What a cool structure. Let's turn it around, though. And let's see if we can get a laser to fire. Turn. Turn. There we are. That's ridiculous. We drifted so far. We drifted past multiple structures. Oh my gosh. We only stopped because we hit a big one. Here, let's clear death waypoints. And then... Where is the thing we're looking for? It should be underneath us. Fuck you, makes coffee in your tea house. What the fuck? What the fuck? Makes coffee in my tea house? Now you're gonna be like slightly energetic and a little like too much. What am I supposed to do with this? What happened to my focus house? You're turning this place into an animal den. I need to swim. Swim. There we go. Let's just mine in on the side. I don't wanna... There we go. Perfect. Let's do this, and let's get all of these things out of the way. Perfect. How much prismarine do I need? There's not an easy way for me to make it either. Maybe I should do it from the side so it's a little bit easier. So like I can do it... Like, yeah? Yeah? And then... Yeah. Says it's active. Doesn't feel very active. It's transferring 0 ATP. I have a feeling I didn't get... Oh, I didn't get my prismarine shards back. Oh, boo. Hoo. Says I can do it from the side too. So actually, I'm gonna make this work. Scaffolding, 1, 2. Gonna do it like that. There we go. It's down to 39, so it's using it. So we have less. But now what? How do I... What do I... What? Huh? Did I keep the book on me? I did not. Did they have a book in here? They don't. Touch. Touch. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, there's Skulk too. I need a little bit of that. I don't know for what, but I need it. I'll grab all of it just to be safe. So this whole scenario with a giant unknown... Oh, sorry, I haven't been reading. I've been thinking. I apologize. Fuck you turned your whorehouse into a whore home. I think in general I gravitate more towards mod packs that have an element of magic to them. I tried the old Tekkit mod packs and they were alright, but stuff like Thumbcraft was way more intriguing to me. So this whole scenario with the giant unknowable crystal that's sort of hanging there is kind of cool. Adds a little lore to the progression pack. Yeah, I really love the aesthetics of magic. It doesn't matter if your mod is a tech mod or not, but I really need it to kind of like feel cool when I'm doing stuff. That's why I really liked Botanica. I really think that you would really enjoy Botanica for that same reason. It's because it has this huge, like, progression tree, but it's, like, it's druidic. You're learning druid magic to then get better tools and to get better farms and to get better efficiency. Like, blocks and, like, machines are cool, but I really, really like whenever I feel like I'm capped to cast a ritual to summon certain resources and stuff like that. I swear to God, if my boat... Okay, it's still there. It's still there. Whew. Cool. I really like that. Botanica has that same feeling for me. Thaumcrash has that same feeling for me. Ars Magica is really cool. Ars Nova Magica is really cool for that. Where you do get better at playing Minecraft, but it's always under the presumption of that you have to set it up magically. Which I think is really cool. Oh, did I do one that's really far away? Or is this the closest one? I think it's the closest one. I'm just gonna hope and pray it's the closest one. Witchery was good at that too. Yes, I remember really liking Witchery. There's something about those, like, those mods of, like, getting better at, like, growing the things that you want to use that really resonated with me. I really, really liked those. Okay. More Skulk. We'll get into you later. I want to figure out this first. So I need the book. Book. Extreme book. Book of Empty. No. That's Quantum. There we go. Nautical Guide. The item transformation works by shooting lasers at items to transform them to other items. Some recipes may require a certain level of purity, so you can be sure to check things. What? To create an aquatic catalyst, while this block itself does not possess the ability to channel energy into a laser. Is a useful tool that allows you to display information about the blocks you're looking at. Diving suit. I made this. Oh, this mod? Nautica, I actually feel like it's been in development for a while. What is this? On your journey through Ocean, you'll find lots of seemingly dirty or damaged items that are in fact required for most machines and tools. Note, however, the most of these items need to be cleaned or repaired before being used. Crowbar. The aquarine steel wrench can be used to rotate blocks and change modes in machinery. It can also be crafted using 4 square aquarine ingots. The crowbar is another useful tool that will allow you to open many crates you will find in the ocean. This didn't make it easier. Okay, I'm Googling it. I'm Googling it. I see the image of it shooting lasers at a crystal. I see it. How do... La 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 la. I'm trying to make aquarine steel. Getting started. The first step to unlocking aquatic power is to locate an ocean and search for small unlikely structures. Mainly built out of dark prismarine with a previous mysterious device in the middle of the arch. However, the structure should not be your main point of interest. Below a small radius, often there is a geode-like cave containing a mighty crystal. Around the crystal there is a variety of loot. The crystal itself is surrounded with scaffolding which may be useful later on. Warning, do not break the crystal yet, as it seems to shatter completely without leaving anything behind. Lasers are mysterious technology. Nobody knows exactly how to create them. However, using some prismarine, both dark and light, one is able to create an aquatic catalyst. While this block itself does not possess the ability to channel energy into a laser, it can be accomplished by supplying the catalyst with fuel, like for example kelp, and activating it with the heart of the sea. After right-clicking the item on the catalyst, a laser beam will shoot out of the opposite side of long as it is target. By shooting a laser beam into the crystal, one can increase the laser's purity. The laser that are created by the shot, top and bottom, now have a purity of 3. This means it can be used for item transformation. Huh? Kelp. Heart of the sea? What? Heart? Nope. Okay. Back to it. Where did I put the boat? I need the little boat. We don't need a big boat. Little boat. Turn. And go. Alright, it's this right here. Fantastico. To our left. At some point I think it was going to let me pick up the big crystal, and we'll be able to make the big crystal room. That will be nice. Because this is a journey. It's not like insanely far, but it is far enough that I am already thinking about how to not have to make this trek. Hello. Did I bring another? I did not. But there should be another outside, right? I probably left it, knowing me. Yes! Smart baby, smart baby. Get an inventory. Fantastic. Other way? Ow. Is there a laser there? There is a laser there. I just can't see it. Is there a laser there? That's some pretty magical particles for there to not be nothing going on. It was working, I just can't see it for some reason. God. Lee. I actually just realized what we were talking about before. Our science having a nice aesthetic and magic feel to it was kind of perfectly done in Star Wars. Maybe that's why I'm such a huge Star Wars fan. I actually genuinely agree. I think Star Wars is one of my favorites for a very similar reason. I like when things feel knowable, that you can learn, but also feel immensely out of your control as well. That, like, duality is very enjoyable to me. I like that it's knowable, but also kind of insurmountable. To try and control it is almost always hubris. I feel like with technology, while that, like, is a theme in modern technology and, like, those concepts, a lot of technology is much more like, this is necessary. This is the bare minimum. You have to go through this and that and understand it so that you can function, so you can do more complicated stuff. With magic, it's like, do this at your own risk, do this at your own cost, individually progress, but it's also under the themings of, like, this is a force of the universe, and you're just trying to grab at it with straws, which I really like. Stream reactors. Ooh, mob masher. 2 mob mashers. Okay, so now that we've gotten that, what's next? Go exploring. Explorer's compass. Use the power of the crystallize should be able to transmute certain items. Infuse a compass into the explorer's compass using the nautical. Okay. So now we need a compass. And what else? The raw power from this crystal should have more than just purifying items. The Ocarine steel is strong enough to withstand the power, which means I can create some kind of machine that can use that power. Craft a mixer. Notes on the mixer. Mixer can convert items and fluids into something new. To use it, only one item can be placed in from each cardinal direction. To power it, it must have a beam flowing into the top, either from the crystal itself or from a channel. Mixer is polished prismarine, Ocarine steel, motor, and a cast iron gear. Okay. So it looks like we have some progressions that we need to do. So let's go do that. Where is me boat? Hello, boat. And then forward, then turn. Fantastic. Fantastic. Not the end of the world. The journey is probably the most inconvenient part of this, but it's not too crazy. But yeah, I've always been a fan of mods that, like, try to do both, like, magic and technology. I really, really like the feeling of them. I also really like the feeling of mods whenever they don't feel broken. Like, I do want to feel powerful at some point, but I actually like the pacing of regular Minecraft. So if they can keep the pacing of the game without, you know, destroying it, I really like when mods do that. Like, the basic progression of, like, I just want to be able to get, you know, metal's a little bit easier. So I'm going to make, like, a crusher, which will turn it into dust, which will then turn those into ingots. I'm not a big fan of the mods that are like, okay, how can we generate resources at an infinitesimal, that's not a word, but at an ad infinity quantity, so that I can then now focus on my real project, which is, like, making this. Yeah, I want it to feel real, like I progressed it, not that the mod progressed it. I want to feel like I am progressing in Minecraft context, not in the context of the mod. Yeah, like, I want to feel like I'm playing the game. I want to feel like I'm playing Minecraft at the end of the day. Put that away, put the air away, put that away. What else? We'll keep these in there for now, but we'll unload everything else. Shards of pots, kelp, Cobblestone, polymer. I just put something useful away and I don't even remember what it looked like. I know I did. I know I just put something useful away. Oh well. Oh well. Is that the shards? Twice. Need to make... Okay, we have some things we need to make. So let's make a... Yes, I want to get immersed into it. And if you are going to change the pacing of the game, I want you to change the pacing of the entire game. If it's hard to get to the Ender Dragon, then I don't mind. But if it's really, really easy to kill the Ender Dragon once I get there, I want the Ender Dragon to be hard to fight. I want it to take me time. I want it to be meaningful whenever I do make significant progress. I want to almost fight in the same way that I did in Minecraft to kind of get to where I'm trying to go. And if I don't, then I feel like I didn't earn it. I felt like I used a tool and that tool was so overwhelmingly powerful that it got me there, not that I got me there. Mixer. So we're making a mixer. We have the motor. We just need polished. Oop. I don't have a cast iron gear? Oh, because I don't have cast iron anymore. Iron. What's the easiest way to get cast iron? That's the way that I did it. And then 16 in coal in a tempered jar. I have charcoal. Does that work? Yes, it does. It's not a problem, and like power fantasies can be fun. That's why I feel like I really like farms in Minecraft. It can feel really cheesy to like... It can feel really cheesy to copy every single farm that I see on the internet. But if I come up with my own solution, or if I come up with a way in which I get to farm the resources, then I find that very satisfying. Very, very satisfying. I almost try to do that for myself. I try to not look up farms unless I have a goal that is much more valuable to me. Like creeper farms. I'm not going to spend the energy on that. That's a glorified, like, mob farm. But I am willing to, like, think about how to farm certain redstone things and how to do certain other things. Like, I want to feel like I am the one working hard, not that somebody worked hard previously so I don't have to think about what I want to do anymore. If that makes sense. I like taking those steps. They feel very good to me. Or if I am taking someone else's design, like trying to understand it as well. With this, I feel like the moment I understand it, the moment is when it's done. Which I don't like. I like to try and understand it before I put everything down. But, that's just me being me. Goo spreading, mixing. So we want to mix Abyssal Pearl with Blaze Bloom goo. That's easy to do. I've killed quite a few of yous. Abyssal. Boom, 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 boom. And Pearl. Last one. Abyssal Pearl. And then, do I have extra goo? I don't. Primo? It does make sense. I think that in context, though, I kind of like learning through doing. That's kind of the best way to learn for me. So I won't always be able to invent a new farm, but I can learn about them and understand how they work by building someone else's. Yeah! And I guess, like, if you're a beginner to these things, or if, like, you genuinely haven't gotten to work in these spaces before, it makes total sense that you're going to need a jumping off point. Most people should and do start somewhere and then eventually get somewhere more valuable. And this is also off of the back of me playing Minecraft for 10 years, you know? it's a decade of experience of understanding mechanics and knowing what things are and how they function that I can now be like, okay, I know how, like, a redstone farm works. I know how to use, like, a comparator, and I can intellectualize how to do that. But that's because I've already done it. So it's in context that I can very easily engage with that process because I've been engaging with it for a long time. Otherwise, you're gonna kind of find yourself feeling maybe a little bit more lost than is necessary. What food blocks? Oh my goodness. Use this to make void shimmer goo. And void shimmer goo is used to make shadow pulse goo. Shadow pulse goo. Ice. Raw ferric ore. Compressed iron. Cast iron. Raw blaze ember. Portal fluid. Raw primal coal. Blue ice. Blaze bloom goo. Blaze ember fuel. Void shimmer goo. Raw blaze gold ore. Void flame fuel. Raw void flame coal. Packed ice. Eclipse ember. Budding time crystal. Budding time crystal! Block of netherite to make shadow pulse goo into raw eclipse alloy. So that's probably what they want me to actually use the netherite for. Void flame coal block into raw eclipse ember. Okay. So there are some things that we are going to have to do. Have to do. But yeah, like even like looking up a design from years ago, I can then apply that now and in context create something that is in context. The amethyst crystals are magical for sure. The amethyst crystals are magical for sure, but they aren't strong enough to handle a basic flow of power. Even though it is ancient, Skulk has to have some magical properties to it. Maybe if I infuse the amethyst some way. Time for some experiments. Acquire echo shards. This can be obtained from either the warden or from crafting it using Ars Nova. Ars Nova. I haven't done any Ars Nova. But it looks like that's what they want me to do is Ars Nova. Source Stone? Source Gem? Archwood? Oh, I haven't found any of these trees yet. Okay, I'm not there yet. We'll get there, but that's not where I'm at right now. Do I have a second wand? If I have a second wand, I'm not going to take the boat this time. Even though I like it. I think this is just genuinely faster. If I go the wrong direction, it's definitely not faster. Yeah, but like invention comes, like, being able to understand and take rules and manipulate them requires an understanding of the rules first. Otherwise, you're not making modifications, you're just doing things wrong. Being creative is under the implication of understanding things in context first and then making decisions otherwise. Otherwise, you're just doing things wrong. Which, doing things wrong has gotten us very far in life. Oh, I put all the shards away. This is so bad. Oh, I'm such a goober. I'm such a goober. Are there any shards around? No. This is so sad. Play Despacito. Oh, wrong direction too. Maybe I can make a better wand, actually. No, I probably need the next upgrade before I can make another wand. Right? Yeah, because I need a Celesta gem. And you get raw Celesta gem from Void Shimmer and Block of Diamond, which we're doing next. Yippee! I will make another wand, though, for the culture. Wand. And then... Priz. Thank you. Alright, we'll combine you two together. Beautiful. And we'll be on our way through the skies. And that's the globe that I'm looking for. Yeah, because it's right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They do such a good job with this mod pack about making you feel like it's not just a skyblock, but it still has the joy that it comes with a skyblock, which is, you know, progressing, getting better at creating resources that you don't have access to, or in their case, finding new ways that you can, you know, get access to them. So we... Oh, wait, did I did. Okay, I got so scared. Okay, we're gonna break that. We're gonna put that down. We're mixing these two things together. We're doing this. Is it working? The raw power from the crystal should have more than used for purifying items. The aquamarine steel is strong enough to withstand the power, which means I can create some kind of machine that can use that power. Mixer can convert items and fluids into something new. To use it, only one item will be placed in from each cardinal direction. To power it, it must have a beam flowing into the top, either from the crystal itself or from a channel. Okay, so the laser is active. Good to know. Think. Alright, so we can do the compass. Perfect. Okay. Beautiful. Above water dungeon, above water mushroom island. That's cool. Using the power of the crystal, I should be able to transmute certain items. Infuse a compass into explorer's compass. 16 MB storage. Okay. Alright. So now I need to figure out how to use this dang old mixer. Let's put the shards in. Abyssal and goo. Polymorphic fluid? Ah! How could I not know? I didn't even see that. Okay, we'll leave this here. So now we need to get the fluid. How do we make this again? Polymorphic catalyst into water and then yuck it. That's not too crazy. So it's 1,000. So that's 1 millibucket, right? Yeah, okay. We good? We are good. I glide at upgrade. Looking for the blue ones. Flippers, night vision, creative supply, range, scuba, entity, flippers, security, speed, inventory, item life, armor upgrade, block tracker, magnet upgrade, minigun upgrade, charging upgrade, chunk loader, muffler upgrade, and volume upgrade. Okay. So none of the things that I'm looking for. Goo. Polymorphic goo. And we need a yucket. Do I just toss? Yes, I do. We'll get 4 yuckets of polymorphic, because I'm sure I'll be able to need it for something else. Bucket. Perfect. Polymorphic yucket. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. And then away we go. What the heck? Yeah, this isn't too far away, actually. For some reason, I kept telling myself that it's insanely far away. And now we can get even better goo. Who's excited for goo? There we go. Am I missing anything? Blaze Bloom, Abyssal Pearl, and Polymorphic? Oh, but I took the crystals out. This has got no energy. Where's the energy at? Give me the fluid back. You don't deserve it. Okay. Oh, the laser's active. Okay. What am I forgetting here? The fact that I can't see it is very, very annoying. Did it want me to build something to see it? And I just missed it? Nautic? One of the most important machines you can make in Nautic is the mixer. This machine requires laser power from the crystal. This allows you to create new types of liquids and items, and most importantly, electrocute electrolyte algae serum. Note each item in the recipe needs to be placed into the machine from each cardinal direction. You can output items from the bottom. Your laser junction allows you to split a laser into multiple directions or bundle them into a single one. Right-click or shift-click with the wrench to toggle between inputs. Prismarine nodal. The prismarine molecules are useful to allow you to see information on the blocks you're looking at. In particular, how useful the center space used together with jade as is more expensive support for. Okay, so I do need to input them from directions. Do I have a way to input? Do I have a hooper? Oh wait, can I click things in? No. I'm a very confused boy. A very, very confused boy indeed. Yeah, I would sell my soul for good. Goo. Whoopa. 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 Okay. We need to get our helmet back up. Alright. So we need item pipe bombs. Item? Pipe. Or hoppers. Both will do. Don't have hoppers, so we have item pipes. That'll do. Chest. Jizz. Okay. Then tank? Water tank has how do I empty this? So pathetic. There we go. Empty water tank. And then now what? Is there anything else I'm missing while I'm out there? What is this? Electrolyte algae serum? Used to empower items and entities. Saltwater bucket. Salt and water. Some of these recipes are kind of crazy. I kind of like it. Alright. And then for this, they want me to get into ours, which is why I'm skipping it for now, because we're not there yet. Endoremic compound. Which you get from centrifuging. Skulk. Skulk. Do I have a centrifuge yet? I looked into making one. I don't think I ever made it yet, though. I didn't ever make it. I did not make it. Oh, my mining laser. Ooh. Go Shreep. Boop. Okay. Okay. This seems goofy. Abyssal Blaze Bloom goo and that, and I need to input it from the sides. Got it. Then I also want to make a wrench. Fantastic. And ancient valve. Okay. There's one other item I needed to make. It was to help me see better. Prismarine monocle. There it is. Monocle. There we go. So if this doesn't work, I have no idea what will. But that is okay. This is about to... I'm going the wrong direction. Ah la la. Ah la 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 la. Goofy, goofy, goober, baby boy. Goofy, goofy, goober. Crap, I left my tea steeping. Oh, it's gonna be really stooped. This is either gonna be the best or the worst tea that you've ever had. I never understood the steeping of tea, like how long it needs to steep for. Okay. Alright. Why yada. Clobber stone. Item, item. Chest, chest. Blunk, blunk. Goo. Pearl. I didn't grab fluid piping, did I? polymorphic fluid. And then bonk. Yeah. Yeah, so confused. So confused. Has all the stuff. I inputted them from different directions. Okay. Now what? The mixer is a power machine that can mix and combine items in a variety of ways. Materials can be inserted manually. Note, however, that you can only input one ingredient per horizontal direction. It requires laser power to operate. To display information about the ongoing process, you can use the monocle. Its main purpose is to mix ingredients and chemicals like EAS and etching acid, used to infuse tools to unlock their full potential. But it's no good. It's no good. It's got no energy. So if I break this, there is laser stuff happening. It's like if I do this. Not tech mixer images. Perfect. Yeah. This was fixed in the latest version. Nosec mixer can't let me in polymorphic fluid. I tried with everything, but it doesn't work. Steps to reproduce. Put the mixer underneath the crystal. Put in Blaze, Bloom Goo, and Abyssal Pearl. After all, trying putting inside Delph fluid. Expect a favor to fill the mixer. Screenshots, no response. Additional. Has no power either. Has no power. Shoot laser like have power. Confused. This has Prismarine. Thanks for the steel, buddy. Going deeper beneath the ruins, crystal will find a massive crystal structure, several loot barrels to scavenge. Deep underwater, there's a small structure called the Nautic Ruins. Within the structure, there's an aquatic catalyst. The catalyst can be crafted. Bruh. Update the T is really good. That's fantastic. That's what I like to hear. That's what I'm all about, baby. I'm trying to get this to work because it's going to be necessary later. It's an important mod, but I can't get it to function. If I can't get it to function, I may have to cheat it in because I have all the materials. I'll destroy the materials and then get the thing, but it just isn't working because everything I'm doing appears to be right. I have the aquatic catalyst. I have the crystal. It has a laser underneath, but it says it has no power. So even if I break this, if I step underneath it, will it still hurt me? It will. Okay, so that makes me think there's a problem with the thingy. Is it no fire laser? Right? And no fire laser. But it's been consuming Prismarine because we started with 40 and now it's down to 37. So a lot of invisible things are happening. Oh gosh. Okay. I fear I'm just gonna have to cheat it in because I've tried to finagle it, and I think it's just not going to happen. So we're gonna have to just do this. Gag? Let's go creative. We will destroy the nautical eye, the blaze bloom goo, and the abyssal pearl. I didn't mean to destroy the nautical eye. That one was incorrect. And then now we will need gel. Goo. Is this only the regular Minecraft inventory? It is not, but it is functioning as if so. Can I use the side menu then? Ask, give, embrace. Slash give, embrace, goo. What am I looking for? I'm looking for shadow. Just dire things. Shh. Let's just do that for now, and we're looking for void shimmer. What? Void shimmer goo. Void shimmer goo. I'm trying to cheat and it won't let me because it won't. The game won't work. Just dire things. There we go. Void shimmer goo. Perfect. And that was the. What was the other thing I accidentally threw away? It was the eye. The nautical eye. And that's from FTB. Let's see if this works. Yeah, this is a little chunky. FTB? No. 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 Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. It's the least of my worries. Alright, so we're gonna put us back in survival. We have also going to... We've gotten rid of the liquid. We are going to leave this all alone. Do I have anything else illegal in my inventory? No. Okay. Fantastic. That will have to do for today. Because it don't want to work. I can't see what I'm doing wrong, and everything I'm looking up is telling me to do what I'm doing, but better. So we'll come back to it another day. There we go. Does this genuinely have gold, or is that a visual glitch? That's a visual glitch. Alright, we have done it. We got the void shimmer. It gives us 2 more goo. Pillagers? I just heard pillagers. Anyway. We'll put this back here, and then what we can do is... What does it eat again? It's that... Oh, it's a witch noise. And ender pearls. Oh. If I can get the... If I can get the... Goodness gracious. Here, let's relog real quick, and then we'll get back to it. Because I didn't want to cheat. I tried as hard as I could to find a solution, but it would just be a waste of time for me to try and go any further. There we go. Back to where we were. Alright, Void Shimmer's done. Now we need to figure out how to do Skulk, which they wanted us to get into Nor's Magicka, and then also we need to make a centrifuge. Okay, so we have quite a few things that we can work on. Oh, by the way, what kind of tea did you get? What flavor of tea is it? Centrifuge. Okay, so we're gonna need another motor. We're gonna need 2 of those. 1 of those. Redstone and osmium. Okay. Vanilla chai. Oh, that sounds fantastic. Sounds genuinely amazing. Alright. Metallurgic infuser. That's this. 9, 10. That'll do. That'll do, pig. To be consumed with a little fresh shower. Oh! You're living my cottagecore dream! Oh, God. That sounds so good. What is happening? I should have plenty of inventory. I think I need to update it, though. Oh my gosh, it's full. Are you all full? Okay. It's time to do something I never thought I would do. Which is gold to diamond upgrades. I didn't think glass was gonna be the limiter. I'm gonna be honest. That's kind of funny. Where's my crusher? There we go. Gosh, sourdough, a little nice vanilla chai, Oh, delicious, delicious, delicious. Did you catch myself almost saying chai tea? That would have been heinous. People would have killed me. To sin so publicly, I would have to be put down. I had to stop, otherwise otherwise they would have killed me. Who's they? I don't know, and I can't think what they would do to me. There we go. Bunch of sand that we can now turn into glass. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Another one bites the dust. Actually, it's pronounced chai tea. We'll start with 3 and then we'll see how that serves us. Gives us more room. Good. We will eventually have to move to the ME system, but I don't want to move to the ME system until I make a new base, which I think we're going to eventually do on the bottom of the water. So I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. Don't force me to be ready. Yeah. Gold to iron. There we go. Blonk, and then blonk. There we go. Now we should have enough inventory space to last us until I'm ready to deal with the consequences of my actions. But I'm not there yet, so don't rush me. Beautiful, beautiful. And now we are making centrifuge. That's what it was. Centrifuge. 2 of those. Oh, I don't have this yet. It's diamond and infused alloy. Okay. So infused. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4. Then diamond? I don't actually have that many diamonds, but I actually have little to no use for them. Because they just smelt the normal way. So if I just... I need liquid diamond? Is that what I need? Where? Diamond. Chemical oxidizer, which requires diamond dust. Or enriched diamond. Which requires a crusher. Which I was gonna make anyway. So I need to make it anyway. We're getting the necessaries out of the way so that we can get to the funny bits. Not that one. Not that one. This one requires a steel casing. Beautiful. And 2 yuckets of Java. 2 yuckets. We'll make more yuckets. On 2. Beautiful. Now we can get a rusher. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I will take this off of your hands. I've been really enjoying mystical agriculture. I used to use it a lot. It's a really good mod for getting resources whenever you have low resources. But I don't know. It's a one that I've used a lot every time I play Skyblock and Stoneblock. So I really try to avoid it when I can. Don't think. Don't think. And then crusher to get diamond dust, and I need chemical oxidizer, which is doable. Makes 10. I need 20 for 1. 6 diamonds. It's essentially all it does is it makes it into like a farming game to gather resources. So like, so it works on this function of tier systems of prosperity and infernium, and then 4 of 1 tier below it will make 1. So 4 infernium will make 1 prudentium, and then 4 prudentium will make 1 tertium, and then all the way up to awakened supremium essence. So it's kind of this like this squaring process that you have to go through, or a rooting process if you want to think about it like that, to where your goal is to get to these higher tiers, and the higher your resources are, the better seeds you can make. Like let me see. Yeah, so you can make a netherite seed, so you can grow netherite resources. Like, let me find it. What does the essence look like? You're not gonna show me? There it is. So each thing will grow essence, and then the essence will give you the ability to make those resources. So technically, you can make ad hoc infinite resources. It just takes a very long time, but it's meant to be kind of a passive process to begin with. So. And then now we need a chemical oxidizer, which requires a basic tank. I should make one as well. And then a dynamic tank. Okay. And then a personal barrel. Okay. There we go. Chemical oxidizer. And then I also need energy pipe. Where did I put my energy pipe? Energy. Beautiful. Cultivation of a few specific resources, return of many varied resources. Yes. The way they handle that is that you have to have the resource beforehand. So, like, if you want to make... Oh, they use it this way. So if you want to make, like, flux crystals or end crystals, you have to already have the resource in some capacity. And then the way that that manifests will generate more. And then... output that into this. Now I need those. Okay. And that gives me 2. Advanced circuit. 20 millibuckets, and it should output to a basic factory. Input, output. Ignored. Ignored. What did I do with the tank? The tank. Tank. Once we get this working, I think we're gonna stop there, binge streaming for a little bit, and that will be a good way to end it. Input. Bottom. Output. Auto eject. Output. None. 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 Energy. Auto eject on. Okay, that'll do. Then we'll do that, and then we'll do that. Do we need more? 120, so we need a lot more. Okay. Let's just crush all our diamonds. I don't think I really have a use for them. Wait. I think I'd have a use for diamond blocks, though. Because that's what we're using the shadow gel for. Yeah. That's okay. We are crushing a bunch of gravel, and that's what we need anyway. Bunch of stuff. Bunch of junk in here. Alright, so let's just take all this out. We'll put it away. Loop, 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 loop. There we go. And now there's room. Keep going. Now you. And now you. And now you. We're at 20 and we need 120 to make what we're making. 30. 40, 50, 60, 70. Oh, we may not have enough. It may need 12 diamonds, and I don't have 12 diamonds. There we go. Is it still going? It is not. So we need more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can throw out the stone pebbles. We have no use for the stone pebbles. And then we should also take out the things that aren't going to be used right now. Like that. There we go. Perfect. What if I just made 203 new Twitch accounts and followed you? It would boost my number, but the issue, yes, it is a crime, but also it probably wouldn't affect me that much. It is reprehensible behavior. The issue isn't followers, the issue is viewers generally, from what I can tell. Your average viewers are way more important than your followers. Followers, I mean, generally, like, what it's supposed to mean is, right, like, you have a certain amount of followers. That means that that many people will be notified when you do begin streaming. And so that many people should watch you. Or at least have the potential to watch you. And so the higher number of followers you have generally will be proportionate to... My computer can handle 200 Chrome tabs. It can barely handle 10. Let's be real. Let's be 100% real. Oh, gosh. Dude. Chrome tabs are the bane of my existence. My nice computer. My nice computer. But yeah, like, there is no real reason to fake size, from what I can tell. It may have some merit in certain aspects, but generally, you're better off genuinely earning viewers than otherwise. Because you want retention in some capacity. You don't just want them to stop by. The reason why you have people stop by is so that other people will see that you have a certain quantity of viewers and go, ah yes, I want to see what this person's up to. And generally, so on and so forth. Small streamers get bigger by being exposed to other people, but that means somebody has to see you in the first place. And so those are always the way that you're going to get, you know, found, generally. It's not through, like boosting yourself. It's through having real people like what you do and then staying after you do it. 70? We need 5 more diamonds. Which is interesting, actually. Because there are ways to, like, pseudo-boost your stats. Like, having friends watch you is in part one. Having streamers that you are friends with who are bigger numbers raid you is another way to expose their audience to you. So it's exactly the same as music. People need to actually like it when you play music. Yes, you can't make shitty music and then expect people to listen. You actually have to make good music. Because if you make shitty music and then you have no other reason why people want to watch you, they will just stop watching you after they've been exposed to you. You can't just busk and then expect it to work. You actually have to work on being good while busking. Which, that's kind of the merit in certain things, is that, yeah, you can be a genuinely really good entertainer, and people will stay after being, like, exposed to you. Like, being rated by somebody who has a certain amount of viewers, wanting to see what you do, and stuff like that. There's merit in that, but you still have to, again, have something worth seeing. It's like all those authors who buy 500,000 copies of their own book so it can be a New York Times bestseller. Yeah, and it works if they have a good book, and then now you have people who are genuinely reading your book. But if you don't have a good book, the first 2 people that read this are going to go, this is utter garbage. I'm not recommending this to any real human beings. And maybe the 300 people who buy your book, you're not making that money back. It wasn't worthwhile. What was I doing this for again? I was doing this for the love of the game, honestly. To get centrifuge. That's it. Centrifuge. Exactly. Everything is genuinely based in merit. And if you don't have that, you're not gonna get it otherwise. What was the funny way to get this? Adamantine dust. Alloy smelter, loot table, smelting, alloying, 1-to-1. Okay. So I do need one more diamond. And then, that was nickel? Yeah. Because there are some people who I do think make it very far after being given the opportunity, who probably wouldn't have made it to the end line without support. But if they retain the audience, it's generally for a reason. I think that's why there is such a high volume of, like, you'll see in content creation that there is a high volume of, like rage baiting and like, negative association and stuff like that. And so now why you tune into somebody isn't, oh, I really love spending time with him. It's, I want to see what happens. I want to be in the room where it happens. And now you create kind of this entertainment value, not based off of, like, you're a good entertainer. It's that you are entertaining for a negative attribute of yourself. Which is still entertaining. We can't dismiss the entertainment value that is that. It's just not something that I want to do. I have no enjoyment in that being something that I do. I really set this up in a way that is kind of dumb. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do. Break you. Put you here. Break you. There we are. I did that in such a dumb way. There we go. And then now we can run power like this. You have power now? Perfect. Yeah, so I get, like, a little... It's almost like why I'm so okay with y'all not being here all the time. While y'all do help me feel like I do love y'all's company, I'm glad that y'all are here. I also still need to do this myself, and I do need to curate people who want to be here, not people who just like me outside of being an entertainer. Those things are still required. I still have to do that, even if I do falsely get there. The doing of it is way more valuable than the wanting to do it, or even the... That makes sense. I hate you as an entertainer, but I like you as my friend, so it works out. No, I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding. But it's genuinely similar to that, right? It's I gotta do both. I gotta do both. Right. What did I build this for? Why the fuck did I build this? Oh, God. I finally built that. Garnet necklace. And that leaves those things, but I'm not worried about those right now. I needed this for a reason. For this. Which I will get from Skulk. Do I have Skulk on me? I have it in my inventory. It's nice when they're there, but they aren't the ones you're selling to. Yeah. And ultimately that's what this chalks up to, is me selling myself as an entertainer, right? This isn't fun time with Joshua. This is like me. This is a performance for me. It's much more lower stakes and it's smaller, but this is a performance. And so, like, I love to see y'all after the show way more than I like to see y'all. I love to see y'all in the audience, but y'all aren't coming up onto the stage. Y'all aren't, you know. It all makes sense, but, like, that's generally the way that it works out. Is, like, I can't rely on y'all, because if I rely on y'all, then then I will never get where I'm trying to actually go. My goal is to become entertaining and become good at what I do, and I really enjoy doing it, but I also still have to actually do it. Entertaining and performing for y'all is how I found out that I love doing it, and so I want to keep doing it. And so I need to find ways that I can continue to do it. So on and so forth. Yada, yada, yada. Antiprotonic antimatter? I don't have antimatter. I'm not gonna get antimatter. That's not what's next. Next is Ars Novoa. It's kind of like whenever your mom tells you that you're really good at playing the cello. Like, that's very sweet of her. But you still need, you know, Hans Beck of Uzbeki music industry to tell you that you're good at music. Because it's not that his word is more valuable, but it is more significant to your pursuit. Because I do think you'll think I'm entertaining. It's one of the reasons why I felt comfortable trying to do this. Because I never wanted to try doing this for the longest time, because I didn't feel like the thing I had to offer was good enough. And it was y'all telling me that y'all think that this is worth me doing, that I felt comfortable trying. It takes that support and that comfort to take the first steps, but it takes support from new places to go further. It's interesting. It really is interesting. It is a progression. It takes time. Is my boat down there? Tis not. Tis not. No boat. No larvae boat. Potential is useless if you don't allow it to grow, essentially. If you get obsessed with the idea of that you could be something, then you never will be it. You have to actually put yourself into the space to where you try to do it. Obsidian boat. There we go. Alright, and now this is going to be a bit of an exploration. Boot. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to take off this charm. Because it's useful, but it also eventually catches me on fire. It doesn't register me as in my boat. Hello. Hi, everybody. Which direction haven't I gone? I haven't gone this way. Let's go that way. Because that's like... It's really funny whenever I'll be making stuff for y'all. Like genuine things where I'm like, this isn't me making stuff for me, this is making stuff for y'all. And then random people will see it, and they'll be like, this is fantastic. I loved this. I want to see more of this. I'm like, really? What? This one wasn't for you? And that's like always the greatest feeling of like, oh, wow, this has reach to do. It has merit within it, outside of just the value that I felt when making it. But I believe it is 6, and I told myself I would stop after making the centrifuge, so I think, actually, that is where we are going to stop for today. Thanks for stopping by, Micah. It was a lot of fun. But yeah. I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.